back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video again on doing connectors of boards, of all sorts of boards and gold pins and all sorts like that. Actually, there were some things I wanted to do on camera as well. I'll do in a minute. I had a big giant pile of big connectors already off, but I'll show you in a minute. I'll get a couple of boards done first. I'll put in the description when it is. If you don't want to watch this, you can skip to that. I'll put, yeah, just to check the description, it will say the time to skip to if you don't want to watch this part. You just want to watch taking the connectors apart. So it's literally just a chisel and a hammer, not chisel, a paint scrape and a hammer, and you get it off. So that's what we done last video and the video before. And then obviously we had IDE in the separate box. Let's pause the video a second, get everything sorted. Yeah, going again. So I literally stick it in where there's a gap, because there's normally like two legs holding it. Stick it when there's a gap. Go across until it snaps that leg. That's all. It's off. I'm just saving these for now. Some of them will be sold. They have really low grade pins and I don't find it worth removing, then I'll sell them. The ones which are worth removing I won't sell. These are the same. Try not to knock any MLCCs off, it's pointless losing money. There you go, that's that off. Nice and quick. These we'll leave on for now. We'll do them when the board's a little emptier, because it'll just be quicker to go through them all. And then we've also got the CPU slot. Good gold in them. That's where the battery was. That's where the battery was. Some of them have gold pins, some of them don't. I don't know if it's actually gold or if it's like a type of brass. But they're going with my gold pins anyway. And on the other side there's some pins. What I do, because they're fully plated, snip them in half and check them with your gold pins. The gold pins we've done in the last few videos as well, just a couple. That'll do for now. Some boards with IDE, if they're tiny little IDE slots like that, I might stick the flash on. Is it better? No. You can just twist. Come off easy enough. Is that board done? We'll go through a few IDEs. These big IDE, if you haven't watched my last video, works the same with doing these. Comes off nice and quick. A third of the weight of IDEs are normally the actual pins. And then obviously the 2/3 is the plastic on the casings. And the good thing about IDE, they normally yield between 1 to 2 grams of gold per kilo. And you don't even need to remove the plastics. Once I get a few kilos, say I got 3 kilos, there'd be about a kilo of pins, so you'd expect about 1 to 2 grams for those. Like this fill up would be about a kilo. And then we go into asses as they are like this. just because the gold foils can come off. And then once it's done, I literally just scoop all the plastic out, stick it in like a mesh, and spray water over it until all the foils are through. Then we've got the plastic, and we don't need to take any of the pins out, anything. It's quite nice and quick. It's my favourite pins up a board, just because they yield quite well and they're really easy to do. These little ones are slightly worse than the bigger ones, just because they take longer. Obviously, the gold foils kind of get caught up in the plastic a bit more than the bigger ones do. It's still alright. We'll just finish these two off and we'll move on to something else. So I just wanted to show, don't know what this was off. Looks like a rubbish board, it's got 3 relays and a little relay thing here, and that's pretty much it. But on here, it's fully plated. The pins on here literally yield like quite a few grams per kilo if they're fully plated. It's just these standard ones, if they're fully plated they can be real high grade. They snap off nice and easy. I'll see if I can take one apart. They're not the easiest things, this type, because they're stuck together with 2 sheets of metal over the top of each other. No, not going to work. What I might try is to see if I can get this in there. Nope. I'm going to bend it side to side, see if they come any looser. I think it did come a little loose. There you go. Got that side up. Right, I'm going to pause the video and come back when I've done it, because I'm probably going to be here for, actually, one sec. Come off. Got the metal off. You can see there's 2 bits holding together. If I just pinch them. It's plastic. You can see the pins poking up already. Pour them through. I've never done a yield test. I've seen some people get about 5 grams of gold per kilo when they're fully plated like this. I've got quite a few of those boards. If I can get maybe 200 or 300 grams of these connectors, of just these pins though, I'll definitely do a video. I'll save the pins separate. You can see what they yield. Most of the time you get these, they'll all only be plated on the tips. Lucky if you can find them fully plated like this. You can see, fully plated, real nice looking. I'll put it in a separate pot. There and here, we'll see if we can fill it up. Just that same type, if it's fully plated. I'll show you the connectors I wanted to show you a minute ago. I'll go grab some. person that sent me boards sent me loads of little connectors type things. I just got a handful. There's probably other types in there as well. I thought I'd show a few on camera. Let's start with this. Before I break it, pretty much Ethernet. Back into it. Let's lift it up now, that's what we wanted. Just going to put it against the back. It's annoying when they're moved like this. Doesn't come off. Instead then, yeah, that works. One keeps talking to me, keep having to pause the video. There you go, plastic off. We've got two on this one, two screws. That screw's not gone off for some reason, but I've got one side off, so it's alright. Just lift it up. You got that out and it comes out with like a little board. Let's just a bit of plastic out. Get your pliers and yank it out. In there. Kind of broke up a bit more than I wanted it to, but fine. I got the pins exposed, you can just snap them off. And you got another one there, but we'll do that. Chuck that into my connectors. I'll just do it just to show you. These ones again are fully plated, decent ones. That's what I do for them. I'm not going to do any special video because I've already done a video on them, a yield test. The actual yield's not out, but I completed it ages ago. But I'll show you why in a video soon, why I've not showed it. We cut these in half just because they're fully plated and the acid might struggle to get in. So that done. That's pretty much the same. Try this. For this one, these ones are always awkward. The newer they are, the easier they are. They take crap. Grab the metal out. a bit of metal here. Sometimes if you lift this metal out, it lifts the plastic out with it. This time it's not. Actually, I'm going to try the other side just in case. I'm just going to get this screw and just yank it out, and hopefully it will lift the metal up. So, yeah, there we go. These are probably the hardest to get pins out of. Don't know why I'm saying probably, they definitely are. Oh, there we go. It's coming up, as you can see. Every time you do it, it's differently. That's why I can't just show you and do it nice and quick. Every time you do it, it's completely different. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. As you can see, I've got it out now. Inside there'll be nothing, it'll just be bits of cable and all that. If you want to save it and try to get the cable out, you can. Anyway, there. You can just pull them out. Not very good pins, and this one. It looks like good pins on the end, but as soon as it ends there, oh, the camera's down there. As soon as it ends at the end of this part, it's just the silvery part, which is just copper with a tin over it, or nickel. Sometimes they're a lot better plated. Put them out nice and easy now. You can seal it. It's only plated halfway. As you saw the other thing, the fully plated one I had earlier, I said was worth quite a lot of money. This is pretty much the same connector, same type. They're not always good, just goes to show. Yeah, all done. We've got the pins in there with the rest of my pins. What else? This one I've not done before. It's like pogo pins, I think they're called. You get them to charge like Fitbits and things like that. The buttons like go inwards. I'll see if I can break it open. We'll have a look. These ones I don't have a clue about, so I don't know how easy they're going to be to take apart. So rubber covering it, if I remove that, might be easier to see. Plastic cover off. See, the pins are exposed now. They don't look too brilliant, to be honest. They did look like they were going to be amazing before. My camera fell over again. It's plastic off. So here we got a bit of cable. Let's cut that off. Got myself an extra bit of cable. What's in here? That's just bits of metal, no good. So these are like pogo pins, kind of. It'll have a spring inside, a gold plated spring, and as you can see, that button goes in. Oh, it doesn't anymore. Broken it. Oh yeah, and that's going in again. So all I do, just cut them into there. And now I don't need any nitric or anything to process it. I can just use copper chloride. Two more left. And is that done? I'm going to the bin. Next we got this. Lift this up. That's not working. So I cut the end there, just a bit of plastic, and then this just lifted up. I ain't done gold pins in ages from connectors, so that's why I'm so slow at it. Bit of plastic. Got quite a bit of cable here. Get this metal piece off. Looks like copper. We'll see when we get it off. There's a few scratches on it which show a copper colour underneath. There we go. Right, no, it's not copper. I saw a bit a minute ago it looked like copper to me, but don't know what that was. That can go with my steel. And now with these, just cut it down the middle here. Just cut the plastic off from the side I have. Trying to remember how I used to do it. I'm just going to cut this cable out of the way. Scoop this cable up real quick. I'll pause the video and come back when I've done the cable. So I picked all the cable up, got a fair bit. More fell down. Show that in my cables. These will normally be tin plated copper, not aluminium, they're silver colour. So I cut the plastic off this side. Hopefully now I can just drag the pins through. Oh, it's copper. There's no gold in this pin, it's weird. It's all copper. Oh wait, no, there's some gold at the top. So it's copper, gold plated copper, there's no actual tin or anything. Weird, not seen that before. I'll go back to this, it's just taken long. You can see how I've done it, I just cut across there and take them out. Not too sure what this is, I don't even think it's a connector, but actually, if I take this tape off it might be. Doesn't look like a relay either. Thought I'd just show it. Ah, it actually does look like a relay, but inside it doesn't. See through. Take this bottom cap off. Come loose now, so now I can just pull out the side cutters. There, that's that off. Bit of plastic there as well. Looks as if there's just another, like a little mini relay on the side. I can see that's nothing, actually plastic and some of the board. Yeah, there's a relay inside. I've set that in with my relays. Quite cool. And then you've got like a little board with a few connector type stuff on. What else we got? Got some Wi-Fi Ethernet things. Weird, because my favourite ones are like the actual Ethernet ports, and my worst connectors are the one that goes into it. What people seem to do, I've seen, is get their chisel and pull them out, but looks too time consuming. I'm going to cut the ends off. Yeah, no. Just peel them up like this. Once you've made a good indent, I'm just gonna to this side, make sure there's a good indent into it. And then now there's like, it's like that shape. I can just go in and twist upwards and come out. The last few don't come off, just like with everything else. And he gets all of them off. If you want to recover the cable from in there, it's barely worth it. It's probably like a gram of cable, but I'm sure you could just yank it out from there. Mine just going in the bin. And they're not even really plated that well. As you can see, it's kind of plated on one side. Next we got, actually I'm not going to do that one, we'll do it with this one. I was going to show you this one, but the case is all metal. Don't really want to be doing that, there's no way of opening it. We'll do this one, it's kind of broken already, but that's how I would have done it anyway. I'd have just pulled it upwards. As you can see here, it has like an opening, you can just twist it. So this is gold plated, but normally there'd be a silver colour, and that's just steel, or could be tin plated brass or copper. So for this I'm just going to cut it in half. It's not going to be good plated. I'm going with my gold pins. Yeah, it's not going to be good plated, but it's still gold. So as you can see with these pins, they're only half plated. You can see the part which isn't plated underneath, so I'll just get it with my things and side cutters, and I'll just twist it. You see no gold's left behind. If there is gold underneath, you can literally just peel the plastic from underneath, but there never really is. It's like all the types I got here. Okay, let's get back to removing connectors from boards. Nice big one full of Ethernets, or RJ45 ports I think they're called. There it is. Another one. There's a tactical switch there. I'm just going to knock that off, it's in the way. Now I can get in there. These two aren't connectors. Actually, there they are. Sometimes they're not, sometimes they are. This one is, actually. Not good ones, but they're still connectors. And they got gold in, so. See, just got metal brackets over the top. Two metal brackets. Check that in with my steel. Put this cable off and check it into my cable box. And then, where's the parts of the, so there. As you can see, they will be decent pins, there's just not very many. There's 3 then and there's 1 down here. Knock them off. Is that board done? Some nice MLCCs in there, can't wait to do a video on doing them. I'll be doing one of those videos very soon. Some nice MLCCs on the back here as well, large ones. In my MLCC video I will remove everything, like all the little SMD resistors and like everything that will see what's like MLCCs and contain precious metals. Because they all get processed the same. And I can do them really quick, I'll show you when it comes to that. That's that off. HDMI port. Snap that off. They're nice and quick to do as well. You just pull that metal sheet off, which could be copper underneath, definitely check, and then you can just literally expose the pins like that, nice and easy. No pins here, it's just what's left on this side. There it is. And then we're these 2 are always ones which don't like coming off, so I'll go from this side. There we go. Metal sheet come off that. I'm going in from this side because there's some nice MLCCs behind. I don't want to knock them off, so there you go, that's all the pins off. I'm just going to remove this battery. I can go straight in the bin. As you can see, it's all the pins done except from the IDE there, but as I said in previous videos, I'll make a whole video on that. Nice IDE along there. This type I'll remove in this video, but the other type I want to make a separate video on. I've already done a video on hourly rates of them, but it's not a proper scrap marathon. You always get these little metal parts on the end which hold them in. You've got to hit it quite hard to get past it, quite a few times, and as soon as it gets through, it's easy then. See, it's broken it now, and then we just go down it real quick. There you go, got a nice IDE slot. Is that done? These ones, you can just tell they're not connected on very well. You can see at the back there how they're soldered on and not put through the board. Sometimes you can snap them off by hand quicker. That time it wasn't too quick. It's the same again on this one. And that's that done. This one has some cool looking connectors. Let's see if I can move that. That's just a bit of plastic. Shield. Oh, there's no gold now, I don't think. Hang on. No, you see there's no gold. No, that's useless then. Another one of these real nice connectors. Pull that off. I'm going to set that in a separate pot, so we can go through them one day. These ones take forever, these little connectors. When they're the tall ones like that, you'll see why. Just move this one. little pin there. Let me just finish this one off a sec. This one was already kind of done already. These are one of my worst pins to do, even though they're fully plated. I'm sure they yield quite well. I just hate them. Right, so that's out and done. I'll just show you. When you remove it, you get some nice pins. Looks good, and I'm sure they are good, but to actually get the pins out of it, almost impossible. Takes you forever. I'll just knock it off. And then what I do, because they've got layers, so like the plastic lining has layers in. Just yank each layer off, or it didn't work. But anyway, you just end up with the pins, and they just sit there and never want to come out. This one's coming out actually a little bit. This one's actually not as bad as some of them. And you can see they're taking forever as it is, and this is probably one of the best ones you can get. And normally they're not full of pins like this either, you get one or two going across. The plastic seems pretty brittle. Anyway, I'm not going to do them because they'll take forever. Just remove this one with the scissors, a little one here. Gold plating on the board as well. These little jackets. That's not going to come off. Got some nice gold pins in there. And then on here, that's like IDE again. But they just seem to be real nice quality IDE, but we'll do them on another video as well. Some IDE going across, standard one. Start from the side. I'm going to do it on the grass just so it's quieter. This is stuck down really well, isn't it? Oh. My chisel's kind of ripping the pins instead of going underneath them and pulling the solder. That's why. You see, that's why it was just kind of ripping the pins open. Why it's so much harder. 2 pins stayed on. Just bending them off. And that's done. There's some ID there, put it out in another video just because this is in the way. Some pins on there. Snap 2 like support things off on the side, and now the plastic should just come off. Yeah. snap that part off. And that's just the part underneath. You can see there's a little bit of gold plating there. The rest doesn't have any, so we'll just snap that part off. That one with our pins. That one's ready. These two are already cut close enough anyway. Right, yeah. Little IDE should come off with pliers. Yeah, that's the SND resistors I was talking about. Going across, they'll have silver and roof in them and things like that in. Obviously not enough roof in them to really recover, but they've still got some. Little Ethernet RJ45 port. I'll do some of the plier stuff in the way, and there's only an Ethernet cable, so I can quit. Not a cable, a connector. We've got a gold fuse there. Another one where the battery had gold plating. Let's pull that out. The snipper plate piece, I can go in. Bit of plastic now. Then you've got a gold plate in there. And with that done, I'll rip this off as well. Sometimes under here you'll have, no, it's just plastic. Sometimes it's like epoxy with gold bond wires on. Another one of these with core connectors. They come off nice and quick, these ones. They just seem to not be stuck down very well. Two medium sized IDE connectors. Cut off. Two pins laid on again. Cut off and get the last two stuck on. Another one off. That's all done. Here we have more the little IDE, which you can just twist off because it's only little. RJ45 port. Snap that off by hand, nice and quick. Only on loosely, and that's that done. Wait, no, it's not. Right here, it's got one of those. Pull the plastic off, and then most of the time you've got fully plated pins. These ones are fully plated. It's good because they're weirdly put down. They kind of break when you put them off. So they're alright to put in copper chloride. Is that done? Some screws here. Got to be going through them with this. I'll be there hammering for ages. There, two screws down. Now I can go through with a chisel and hammer. Well, paint scraper and a hammer. Do that thing I done last video where I got that. Get it stuck like halfway. one of those with nice pins in. The video I showed you, well, it wasn't in this video actually, I was showing you removing one of these with rubber on. These ones are nice and easy, the plastic ones. You just cut the piece of plastic on the back, you can see, just coming off. This will lift up, plastic will come off, you can see. And the pins literally just come out. They're decent little pins. I'll remove all the pins on here for you just to show you. They don't normally snap either, none of them snap so far. I'm removing a few out at a time as well. Oh, now I said that one snapped, I still got it though. There's smaller ones down here, a little harder to get. I'll also do a video on doing mixed pins when I've got like 10 kilos or whatever. Yeah, it's all of them done. It's that easy. You can see them on the top. The pins don't add up fast, really, but I suppose they're quite weighty, so not too terrible. I definitely want to be doing MOSFETs which poke out like this. Oh, I can't see because that's in the way. These poking up ones in a video soon as well. Be good to get some of those gone. Another one of these weird things with IDE. Done. Even as I said, I'm not going to do these IDE, I'm going to do this one on video anyway, just because they're nice and long, quite cool. Might as well show you anyway. The short ones will be the exact same, just the short ones are always in the way. It's the only reason I want to make them on a video when everything's pretty much gone. These long ones, there's nothing in this way, so. 1. 2. Last one. Third one. You see, we got 3 nice size. All that there we saved. That's pretty much the same amount. It's only got a little bit of plastic there, so it's easy to scoop out the acid at the end. I'm not going to move them. Nice little bit. The littler ones obviously take forever to get out up. Quicker than most things, but still a long time. So what are you for that? There you go, 2 there. Backboard done. I'm going to end the video in a sec, it's getting quite long, I think. Feels like a long time. But then it always does doing these, because pins are kind of boring. This will be my last board I do in the video. Remove these screws quick. my next video will probably be cleaning up boards. So for example, this board has pretty much nothing on, little copper coil under there. If I just pull this plastic off, you see there's copper wrapped around. Obviously we'd move that, take the copper out, then these are just little copper motors. These will just go in as they are and sell them as copper motors. This has a chance to have silver disc in, so those we'll just cut off and that board's done. And obviously we've got MLCCs which are still classed as done and leave them. And then one day we'll go through all the empty boards and just take all these little MLCCs off. The big MLCCs we will do a video on. The little ones can stay on the board and we'll do a good little video on getting all them done soon. This box, remember in my last video I said it'd be full up. We've literally filled it up to there. So we're literally third filled, about quarter fill this box is. Won't take much longer and then that'll be done. We'll definitely be able to do it with these boards which are here. I will soon be doing some good videos on these little walkie-talkie boards. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment on any ideas you have to make, any videos you want to watch. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye bye.